Look at that, folks. Not a dump. Lots of cans here. It's like a 30s and 40s, maybe 50s. Haven't found much so far, really. Some cobalt blues. There's three decent ones there. That big one's broke. This here tin, boil dressing. First aid tin. I thought there might be a date on this, but I couldn't see one. I'd have to clean it up. But anyways, I don't know what all I might find here. Maybe an old liquor bottle or something like that would be cool, but other than that, I don't know. So I'll keep scraping around here, see if I dig up anything interesting. I'll get you back up if I do. Well, later. Hey guys, get you back up on real quick. I was right over there by that big metal thing. I found those few cobalts from the 30s or 40s, and I'm over here, and I think this is an older part here. I just dug up this. Well, I didn't dig it up; it was sticking out of the ground. License plate from 1928. So that's good to know. I got some glass here. This bottle is broke. It's a cork top. Neat looking. It's got the UGB glassmaker's mark on the bottom. And it came into being in 1918. So might have better luck over here. Get you back up in a bit. Oh, there's a couple deer over there. Okay, I'll get you back up in a bit. Well folks, so far not much luck. I popped out one of these Victronol bottles. They're always nice to find. A little squeezer in the top. And this one here, I don't know what would have been in it. Condiment of some sort probably. It had a snap-on cover probably, or some sort of cover. That's a cork top bottle there. It's the writing on the bottom, I never noticed that. It's a federal law forbids bottle, liquor bottle of some sort. The bottom says Joseph Seagram and Sons Limited. Canada, registered 1931. Yep, would have been a nice bottle if there was something embossed on the front of it. Oh, it isn't a cork top either, it's screw top. Okay, well, leave that there. I'll keep poking around here. Okay folks, it's starting to get dark here. The lighting's not real well. But originally, when I first got here, I was over on the other side of this knoll here. I worked my way down around and found those few little bottles down there. That looks Victronol bottle, cobalt blue. And I just come up through here on this side. Seen some stuff here, so I got scraping away. Pulled out a piece of metal, and here's this cork top. And with it, I can't really read it. Looks like a consumer glass mark on the bottom, which I think they started in 1918. Oh, this is a I'm not sure. I'll have to get you back up on. Okay folks, I don't know if you can read that or not. This is the Singer Manufacturing Company. And trademark down here at the bottom. I don't know what that is in the center. I thought it was a insect of some sort, but it might be something with two needles crossed on it. I don't know. Was this sewing machine oil or what? No idea. It's a first for me. Anyways, I'll get you back up on in a bit. Well, if I find anything else. Next find, folks, is this here. It was right after that Singer bottle. I can't make out what it's supposed to be, if it's a mason jar lid or what. The lettering on it seems to be backwards. If I turn it around that way, it says KantKrack or something. It's a new one for me. Alright, I'll keep plugging away here, see if I find anything else. Welcome everyone. Hope everybody's doing well and fine. I'm back. I got this stuff all cleaned up. Start over here with this dark forest green bottle. I don't know if it was a beer bottle or what it was. Nothing real special about it. It's just a nice color. Probably from the 30s. Here we got your standard graduated medicine bottle. Cork top. This one's an 8-ouncer. A Scott's Emulsion cod liver oil bottle. Got the picture of the guy with the fish over his shoulder there. I had an amber one in an earlier video not too long ago. This is the clear bottle version. Cork, or a screw top rather. I haven't found a cork top one yet. I'd like to. I figure this one's probably from the 30s as well. We got some cobalt blues here. They're always nice to find. A little Vicks Vatronol bottle. Would have had the squeezer dropper in it. This is a Buckley's cough medicine bottle. Probably from the 30s as well. I found several of these, but I just cleaned this one here up. You can see it's got the old style screw top on it. Broken thread pattern. See that? Yep. This little medicine here, these come in all kinds of sizes. This is a small one. It's registered 1936 on the bottom of the bottle. So it's probably from the 40s, could be late 30s. Up here we got a Heinz bottle. And this is Heinz bottle code number 132. See that? I usually don't bring these home, but I thought I would and check out the number, see what was in it for fun. And when I look up the number, this bottle was made between 1918 and 1933, and it contained some condiments. I'll post a screenshot of the info on it right about now. Okay, and this one here is your Singer sewing machine oil bottle. First time I found one. Interesting logo on the front. It's a cork top, but it is machine made, and I figure it's probably from the 20s. It's got the consumer glass mark on the bottom. Early consumer glass mark. So it's after 1917. And it was probably around for a while, and it was probably made in the 20s and thrown out in the 30s. Is what I figure. That's not something that you would have used right up. You would have hung on to that for years probably. Sewing machine oil. And finally, we got the KantKrack mason jar lid. It's got a date on it, February 23rd, 1909. And this goes on Queen mason jars. And oddly enough, in my bottle digging video number 25 of this year, I found a Queen mason jar, if you want to check that out. And this is it here. And I determined that it was from 1909, but possibly from the 1920s. And this lid actually fits on it quite nicely. And so that's that. Yeah, kind of cool that I found the lid to it. that's everything, folks. I hope you all enjoyed the hunt and the cleanup. Good luck, happy hunting on your outings, and we'll see you all later on. Over and out.